All right, with this guy, this is a typical circle application, right? They're just not throwing you a circle and saying, "Hey, find the area," or find the circumference of this. This is a little bit of a word problem where you have to actually use those formulas and think a little bit. Okay, I like it very much. It says the diameter of a circular field is 900 feet. So right there, we're going to stop. We're going to pause because it says the diameter. Now, when I go through and I use anything in particular, especially my formulas for a circle, the thing that I want to know is I want to know what actually is the radius. Okay, the radius is the key to every circle. So if they tell me my diameter is 900, then my radius is going to be half of that. Okay, so this is where I start. This is my most important part right off the bat. The next part of the information here is it says 1/5 of the field is to be planted with corn. So 1/5 of the field is planted with corn. That means 4/5 of the field is not to be planted with corn. The question they're asking you is how many square feet will not, I sure hope you caught this right here. For some reason, this word's the bane of my existence teaching math, because when students read, a lot of times they forget the word not, or they read through it and they don't see it. So this is saying which will not be planted with corn, okay? So the fractional proportion that we're looking for not to be planted with corn is 4/5, because 1/5 of the field is to be planted with corn. All right. So the first thing I need to do is find the area of the entire farm field. All right. So now to calculate the area of your circle, you do area equals pi r squared. And what that basically means is pi times the radius times the radius. So we know pi, 3.14. We know that value of pi, 3.14. Okay, so we're going to take that multiplied by 450 times 450. And then we get gigantic number, okay? 635,850. So 635,850 total feet squared here of this area, this circular field. Now, 4/5 of the field will not be planted with corn. 4/5 of. Now, remember that word of in math? Of in math means multiply. So what I can do in this problem is simply this. Take your fraction. Anytime you have a fraction, make it into a decimal. Once you make your fraction into the decimal, what we have here, this is called my multiplier. So now I'll give you one hint what the multiplier does. It's not divide. The multiplier multiplies, and I want to take this and multiply it by my total area here, because what's happening is I want to figure out what 80% will not be planted with corn. So I take my value, multiply that by 0.8, and what happens is I get the answer to this question. The answer to this question is 508,680 feet squared. All right? And this, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we simplified this application. Remember, what shape is it? What do I need to know? You know, we go through all these little questions, okay? So important, okay? It was a circle. That means I need to know the radius. I found the radius, I apply the area formula, and then I just simply answer the question. And then when you're all said and done, you take a look at it. Obviously, more of the field will be not planted with corn than will be planted with corn. Just make sure your answer makes sense when you're all said and done. I hope you found this both helpful and informative.